Ariel Halwani for mmarated.com, standing next to Jake Shields, a man, and Nick Thompson over there. But Jake, your name has been coming up a lot lately. We finally found out that you are going to be fighting for the vacant Elite XC welterweight title on July 26th. We heard it's going to be Nick Thompson.
Yeah.
Your quick thoughts on that bout?
I'm excited about that fight. That's actually the fight I asked for once once they dropped Drew's contract. I wanted a tough fight, someone that would push me. And Nick Thompson's been a huge win streak, the Bodog champ. So I told them see if they could sign him, and they did. So I'm excited about it.
All right, well, someone's clearly...
Joe Riggs a little mad about something. But
yes, apparently so. But
when you're cutting weight, you get moody, so I'll just stay out of that.
Yes. And we'll keep rolling with the punches over here. Let me ask you, we heard a lot of names that were possible candidates to fight. We heard Jay Haran, now Nick Thompson comes to the forefront. Any other names that you heard as potential opponents before this was finalized?
Those are the two main ones. I think they mentioned that Paul Daly, but I don't think he wanted the fight at this point. I think he wanted a little more time or whatever, So, and Nick Thompson's actually the one I asked for out of all those guys, because I think he's just the most. I think those are all great fighters, but I think he's the most legit. He's on a 12-fight win streak. He's, I want to make the title legitimate, so that's who I asked for Nick Thompson. So.
Originally, you were supposed to fight for this vacant title against Drew Fickett. Now, Drew kind of upset a few people in Elite XC. What's your whole take on that situation with him taking a fight without telling them?
I think he certainly shouldn't have done that, but I don't think I think Drew sometimes is just, not the most together guy. I think he means well. I just think he kind of made some mistakes. I don't think a lot of people keep saying he's ducking me. I don't think he's really ducking me. I think he knows I'm a really tough fight, and he'd have to be completely ready for it. I just don't think he thought he was ready for it at the time. So I'm still willing to fight Drew. Someday, a lot of people keep saying he's ducking me, but I think he's willing to fight me, and I'd be willing to fight him. I plan on taking this title, and if Elite would work with him, I'd happily give him my first title defense.
The thought of a welterweight title in Elite XC has been obviously brought up to you many times. You were originally supposed to fight Mike Pyle in November for that. That whole situation led to him not wanting to take a title fight. You can't fight for one. Now finally, I guess 8 months later or 9 months by the time you're finally getting to fight for it, at this point you must be a little antsy to finally get that title around your waist, right? Yeah,
definitely. I feel like it should have been my title before, so now I feel like I really have to take it. A lot of people saying that should have been my title a long time ago, so I feel a little pressure and extra hungry to go in there and beat Nick Thompson, because I feel like I'm already almost the champ, so I feel like it's my belt to take, but I got a really legitimate a guy to fight for it, so I'm just ready. I've been training hard, so.
Now, how about the thought of fighting on CBS? And I'm assuming that you might be the main event, because this is actually
I think
Robbie Lawler,
and I think we're right into that. So yeah, I'm super excited about CBS. So, that's awesome. I've been fighting for almost 8 years. Indian reservations. Went out and fought in Japan for a while because no one was really into it here. And then finally switched over to Showtime. And it's just since then it's amazing how much more I've been noticed around. And I can't imagine the difference CBS is going to make. It's just it's exciting to be opportunity to fight for the title on CBS. Elite XC promised me big things when I re-signed with them, and now they're delivering. So,
and we've heard many times of you thinking that maybe you don't get the type of recognition that you think you deserve in that welterweight division. There's a lot of big stars, a lot of them fight in the UFC, and now there's a chance that you might be fighting on one of the most watched cards in the history of the sport. Obviously, your star is going to shine. Have you thought about what's going to come afterwards from fighting on CBS?
Yeah, I haven't really given much thought right now. I'm just focused on winning this fight, and looking good on CBS, because that's important. If I go out there and screw up and don't look good, then it ain't going to matter. So I'm just concentrating on looking good. I think I got a really, really tough opponent ahead of me. I think he's an underrated guy too, because he's been, like I said, he's on a huge win streak, but he's been fighting in Japan. So I'm just, I want to go out there and smash Nick Thompson, look good, and then worry about what comes from there. Obviously, I feel like I'm one of the best at 70s. I would love, I feel like I'm up there with, St. Pierre, John Fitch. I train with these guys. I know I'm up there with them, and I want my chance to fight them and get the recognition I feel I deserve. So.
And your thoughts on fighting in Stockton, California? Obviously, you're a California boy, kind of your backyard. That must be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I got to represent the 209. Originally I'm from 209. Nick and Nate obviously always repping, so I get to go out there, and it's only I'm in San Francisco, about an hour from there, so it's basically my hometown. So.
Well, Jake Shields, July 26th against Nick Thompson for the inaugural Elite XC welterweight title. Best of luck, my man.
Thank you.